Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another urgent, important video. And why is it urgent? Why is it important? Well, I have done, very few of these types of videos. The last one that I did was back in May. And I basically encouraged everybody to watch it, engage with it, give their thoughts and opinions, because ultimately I was calling that I expected a new lower low. So at the moment, I am questioning whether people should be perhaps taking some profits. And it is just a question. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I think the market is, due a sizable correction. And I'm going to dig into my thoughts, my reasonings as to why. And, I'm just going to ask the question, and I want it to be really engaging with our community. So do let me know in the comments below whether you align, whether you disagree, and, give some context and be constructive about why you disagree, not just because, Crypto said it or BitBoy said it. Let us know down below whether you actually believe that we're in a bull market now, or whether we should be expecting a pullback. Now, before we get into I guess my thoughts, my opinions and all that sort of stuff, I want to kind of demonstrate why you should listen and watch our videos, why you should be subscribed, why you should tap that bell for getting the notifications, and why you should mash up this video, because I see lots of misleading information, misleading comments, and all this sort of stuff are all over the different social media platforms. So I wanted to get some videos that I have personally made that are on the channel that you can go search. I'm going to link them below. I've got the dates, so I'm going to put those screenshots up on the screen so you can see the thumbnail and the date, and I'm going to get it up on a chart as well to show you that. So I just want to demonstrate why you should listen to the content and why you should watch it, and the benefits of that, because I think it's going to be surprising to many, because we called the bottom in June, we called the new lower low that we got in November, and again we're saying that we need a sizable pullback. But let's get into some of the reasons why you should be watching and you should be paying attention to what we say in this space. I think the bottom is close to being in, and when I say close, I'm not talking like days. I am talking more a matter of weeks. You've got waves here up 42% in like 24 hours, ADA 26%, near protocol 7.8%. like the list goes on. There's an awful lot of green candles here, or bubbles as it's in this visual aid. I think we need to take a step back. We need to just remember we're in a bear phase of a cycle. Now, there will be lots of, I guess, influencers on social media, be that YouTube, Twitter, and various other platforms, that are going to be really bullish, telling you we're going to the moon. And I do want to question a lot right now. I want to question, is this a trap? And are we expecting lower lows? Now, this is what we've been saying on the channel. We've been expecting this pump. It's come. We're expecting, to hit certain targets and then pull back to a lower low. So there's lots of influencers. I don't need to call them out. You'll be able to spot them for yourself. Calling out the bottom is already in. I really don't think it is. Time will tell who's right and who's wrong. And this one is an unusual video, right? It's not a video that I've done before. We've done I've sold videos, but I've sold my ADA, and I want to know, am I crazy or am I a slick investor making a really decent decision here? Time will obviously play out, and it'll let us know whether I was right at this point or I was wrong. June came. That was, the bottom up to that point, the 18th of June. And at that point, I said it doesn't feel like it should really feel. That I don't think that was the bottom, and that I expected lower lows. Now, so that's just a few reasons why you perhaps want to subscribe, tap that bell, select all the notifications so you never miss a video. We are absolutely spot on back in May when we said we were just a few weeks away from the next bottom, which happened the 18th of June. I sold my ADA and bought back, increasing my portfolio holdings for ADA by 30%. I went on in June to say that didn't feel like the bottom and to expect a new lower low. We got that in November. We highlighted FTX before 𝗕𝗓 put out his tweet. We stumbled across that information and that was going to happen through unusual liquidity issues and leverage liquidations through data that we review and monitor daily. So look, this is a channel that has been very accurate throughout this whole bear market. So subscribe, tap that bell, select all the notifications so you never miss a video. So let's get into the reasonings why I think we should be concerned and perhaps not purchasing crypto right now, or I should say perhaps taking some profits. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, but let's get down to the desktop. So first of all, I did promise you a chart showing, the thumbnails where we made these comments. So obviously the first one, bear market, is almost over. This is where we said we were just a matter of weeks away from a new lower low. And then obviously we saw the new lower low come in June. And then this here was me basically, alerting people that perhaps it's not a wise idea to be purchasing crypto right now. And this is kind of very similar to what I'm putting out again today. And again, we saw the drop right here is when, basically I was saying, when is the bottom, is likely to be in, and that we hadn't seen the bottom. So this was after October. We obviously had the big pullback, and everybody was telling us through this period when we rebounded and then come back down a little bit, but the bear market was over. All the stuff that we're hearing now is what we were hearing then, and then bang in November, after this video was aired, we saw the newest and the most recent lowest low. So look, these are the thumbnails. We've also got the ADA one. This is where I sold my ADA. Obviously it pulled back significantly, just like I was articulating it would. And ultimately, I managed to increase my portfolio size. But what I would like to also add now is that a lot of people seem to, in my opinion, have the market modeled incorrectly. What we tend to see is an increase in the value of cryptocurrency stocks and so forth when we have tightening happen. And what tends to happen is once the Fed pivots, we see a significant pullback. And that is what I've been articulating for some time and what I believe is going to happen. And I've got some charts to show you now that indicate just that. So look, here's a chart. I really wanted to kind of just, give people like some visualization of like what's going on. So the orange one is Bitcoin, and the purple one is basically total world stock ETF price from Vanguard. Again, you can kind of see the correlation. Like the moves are bigger, don't get me wrong, in the world stock ETF, but they're still correlated with Bitcoin. And this is what I kind of wanted to articulate. So the important part, why does Chris believe that we are going to see a new lower low? Because I'm not pulling this shit out of my arse, right? And I'm really interested to get people's views and opinions. So do let me know. Have some more meaningful conversations in the Discord, which is absolutely free to join, I will add. So here we go then. We've got the 1969 Fed pivot, and we saw a drop afterwards of 36%. In 1973, a 48% drop after the pivot. Then 1981, again, a pullback of 27% after the pivot. 2000 Fed pivot, down 51%. 2007 pivot, then down 58%. 2019 Fed pivots, down 35%. The question mark is what happens in 2023 when the Fed pivots. Now, this is obviously the S&P 500, but I am suggesting that we are, fairly correlated with stocks, and I really do believe that when we see these pullbacks, it's going to scare the market, and ultimately people within cryptocurrency are going to see their portfolios drop very, very significantly. So there you have it. I think that, Bitcoin is very correlated with stocks. I do expect a pullback. If it doesn't reach a new lower low, I think that it's still going to retest the lows that we've seen. I think now is a time to be questioning whether you want to be in the market now or not. Now, I'm not suggesting that we haven't got a bit of a move up before we've got a move down, but I am anticipating, and I have said for a long time, May, possibly June again, could see the newest lower low, or a retouch of the lows. Now, obviously, the Fed, did slow down, so that could be eked out a little bit later. Now, this is a moving target, and timing is always the hardest thing. I need to be really clear about that. And there are counter arguments. Banks pretty much, going insolvent. The, traditional banking sector is, failing. It is a big Ponzi scheme, as I see the likes of Charles Hoskinson talk about and so forth, and many others. But there is this counter argument that there will be like a flock of people that move out of the traditional banking sector, that is, into crypto, into the likes of Bitcoin and so forth. Look, people argue that this is what Bitcoin was made for. And yeah, I kind of align with that to a point. But, I always go back to my, my way of articulating it is like the Blockbuster Netflix scenario where, blockbusters, they didn't really move with the times. Netflix is, amazing. You can see how well Netflix has done. But back then they were struggling, and Blockbuster could have bought them and had them and remodeled their business. But, this was before broadband. It was dial-up. It wasn't really the time. And I think that is something that aligns with Bitcoin right now. It is designed for this very thing. And lots of people don't understand that, you can just be a little bit too early. I don't think that the infrastructure is there. CBDCs being in place and, crypto linked into that. I think, yeah, if this was happening and all of that infrastructure was in place, completely aligned, completely agree. But I just think it's a little bit too early to be seeing those people flock. But let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments below. I wanted this to be a really interactive video, and I will perhaps have a look through the comments and see if I can make a part 2, which is going through the comments and kind of, make a video out of, what other people's thoughts and opinions are. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.